Elsa. I'm 6 years old, and today I'm going to talk about hibernation. What is hibernation? Hibernation is a special way that some animals do it during the winter. That means they sleep through the winter. Yes. And keeps very still for a very long time. Now, do all animals hibernate? No, not all animals hibernate. Some are active all winter long. And like humans don't sleep through the winter. But if they sleep through the winter, they hibernation. They will miss all the activities. Right. Yes. And now, what are some kinds of animals that hibernate? Well, animals that hibernate included bears, bats, common porpoise. Many people say that is the only bird species that hibernate. But when the winter comes, all the birds go and fly to a warmer place. But the common porpoise is the only bird that is known to hibernate. And common porpoise, and then common box turtle, and then hedgehog, rats, dormice. I have some more animals: frogs, toads, and snakes. Yes, my mom is the age of a snake, and she is old as a snake. Yes. And now, why do animals hibernate? Well, animals hibernate because, it's not because they're lazy, and not because they get tired, and not because they're bored. When you're bored, you play something for you to be happy and not bored again. But if you are bored, do you sleep? No, I don't think so. And it's because the weather gets colder. The weather gets colder, and it's hard for them to find food. But we still can find food. We are humans, and humans can also find food. Okay? And so they need to hibernate until spring comes. And now, when do animals hibernate again? Nope. Now, when do animals hibernate? Well, I have a little bit of questions for you in this question. Now, when do animals hibernate? And I'm going to tell you a question that is, when do animals hibernate? Do animals hibernate in the summer, spring, autumn, or winter? These 4 seasons, they hibernate in spring, summer, autumn, or winter. That's right. They hibernate in the winter, and they sleep until spring comes. And my daddy and I love springs. In spring it is warm, but you know what? when I travel to America, my birthday will have snow. Yes, and now it's not my birthday. I still love winter, but I don't like spring like winter. I like the winter the best season. And animals usually hibernate when the weather gets very cold. Winter, and usually in the winter, they start preparing for hibernation by eating a lot and store the food of their body fat and find a safe, warm, cozy, and quiet place to sleep. Yes. Where do animals hibernate? Well, let me think a little, okay? Well, animals hibernate in hollow trees, huge buildings, rabbit burrows, and dens or caves, and a pond. There is when it has ice. Well, frogs and toads go under in the mud and sleep there. Yes. Snakes. Okay, snakes. Snakes usually sleep in caves, and they can be more than 8,000 snakes in one den. Wow! My dad said that if he put some lava in there, all the snakes will die, and bumblebee too. But yes, bumblebee. I have a what? A club. Yes, I have a club. But my club member says, well, one day he says that I'm a bumblebee. Yes, I'm a bumblebee. A bumblebee. I'm a bumblebee. And bumblebees, well, just queen bumblebees hibernate. You know why? Because during winter, when winter arrives, it gets too cold, and males and worker bees die. But the queen bee survives by hibernating. Luckily, she has she digs a hole and covers the hole, and that's where she hibernates. But she has filled the hole from pollen. Yes, from pollen, with pollen from the flowers all summer. So then she doesn't need to eat. And chipmunks. Yes, well, the chipmunks, sometimes the chipmunks put the food, the acorns. Yes, I said the food, but I mean the acorns. Yes, I mean the acorns. They put the acorns in their shelter, and you know what? And they will hibernate. But when they get hungry when they're hibernating, they can eat some acorns. Yes, that's a good idea. And what happens to animals during hibernation? Well, when animals hibernate, their heart rate and breathing slows down, and and their blood pressure drops, and they use a little bit, just a little bit of energy. They use just a bit of energy because, well, because it's too cold, right? It's too cold, so so its body temperature drops down. And now, what do animals do before hibernation? Well, animals eat a lot of food in the autumn, and they store their food of their body fat. But chipmunks and squirrels plant trees when they do that, because sometimes they dig up a hole, put acorns in, cover bury the acorn, and then go to sleep for the winter. And in the spring they forgot where they put the acorn, and then they plant a tree. Yes. And so the tree uses the water from the rain, and it grows up to be another tree in the forest. Yes. And now I'm going to tell you that where do these animals hibernate? Bats, bears, spiders, snakes, and turtles, and snails, and hedgehogs hibernate. Frogs and toads too. I forgot them. Well, in the summer, frogs and toads enjoy sitting on rocks and on lily pads and watching the sun. And frogs also swim in the water. They swim like this. Yes, they swim like that. And toads don't know how to swim, so they cannot swim. They just enjoy sitting on the rocks, jumping and hopping and catch flies to eat. Yes, they both catch flies. Frogs and toads catch flies, and then the toad watch the sun. And in the winter, well, they dive. Well, the pond is covered with, before the pond water turns into ice, it dives in and sleeps, and it like the mud under the ice. It sleeps under the mud, in the mud under the ice. Now spiders enjoy crawling in our garden or spinning webs on our trees. And in the winter time, they go underneath rocks or tree bark. Now bats enjoy flying in our gardens in the night of summer. Yes, but when it's winter, those bats fly to a warmer place in the cave and hibernate. But some just decide and they sleep with other bats, but some just decide to stay awake. Yes, awake. Maybe they had bat blankets. Yes, maybe they had bat blankets. And then they cover their body, and then they play. Yes, along with some other bats. Yes, along with some other bats. Just some other bats, not many. And hedgehogs. Hedgehogs enjoy in our garden eating worms and insects. But when in winter, they get under bushes, buildings, hollow trees, or in rabbit burrows, and they make their nest comfortable by using old dry leaves and grass. And then bears enjoy spending time in the forest, but when winter arrives, they find a cave. They find a cave and sleep in the cave. If the cave didn't have snakes in there, but if the cave has snakes in there, the snakes will bite the bear. And now snakes enjoy lying in our grass in the summer, but when winter arrives, some snakes decided to sleep. Yes, decided to sleep in a cave, a den, and it could be more than 8,000 snakes in one den. And I tell you that spiders hibernate, but you know what? Some spiders, but not all spiders hibernate. And bears are not the deepest hibernators because they wake up in January or February to give birth to baby cubs. And some bears have the babies while the other bears are hibernating. One time when in the meeting, I just saw a bear in the trash can and wonder why the bear is in the trash can. Maybe the people think the bear is trash and put the bear in the trash can. Yes. And now, so goodbye. See you on my next video. I love you. Bye.